Prisca Yapkobei, aged 61, a resident of Tukumo village, Binyinyi sub-county, Kwen district, is a mother of 7, 5 girls and 2 boys. Tukumo is among the hotspots in Kwen district where the practice of female circumcision, also known as female genital mutilation, is carried out. The practice involves partial or total removal of the female genitalia for non-medical purposes and is seen as a rite of passage from childhood to adulthood. Prisca, who underwent FGM at 20 years as she prepared for marriage, used to escort fellow female elders to the cutting and was attracted to learn the lucrative practice by then.
If the candidates were like 20 girls, then they would come with several hens and the brew and other gifts. So she would go there so that she gets those gifts.
Prisca, a former surgeon, can't estimate the number of girls and women she has cut since her mid-20s, many of whom died due to overbleeding.
She cannot tell the number. There are very many because they would move from Bukwa up to the end of Kapshora. So they would move the whole of Sebei region going to cut. So she can't tell. Others would even come home, they cut, so she can't tell the number. There are really many.
The former cutter also confesses to have subjected all her 5 daughters to the knife, a practice she abandoned in 2014 after information about the anti-FGM law that was passed to punish those involved in female mutilation.
Activists started coming to train them and telling them about the harmful effects of FGM and encouraged them to abandon it.
Prisca now regrets the practice, saying if given chance, she would apologize for cutting the girls.
Yeah, she can apologize to them.
Having undergone through the practice, Esther Cherop, a mother of 5 in Kutung village, Kabei sub-county, Buko district, vows to protect her girls against the practice. Rebecca Chemtai, aged 23, who sat senior for last year, is among her daughters.
In the pregnancy, the place is not, it cannot be large. It can take even to the hospital to be cut it again, and then the child can come out.
The Bishop Sebei Diocese Chelimo Masaba says colleagues in the church have decided not to marry mutilated women as one of the progressive strategies at hand.
The clergy in this region, none of them is marrying a circumcised woman. We are buying the idea from the retired clergy going towards ending the practice.
The bishop says the war against FGM was started by the church in 1950s with the old clergy who took over from the missionaries in Sebei Region.
And there is evidence to that effect that most of the girls who belong to the reverends of 1950s, those who were the Sabine here, the first priests, none of their girls were circumcised.
You can't even get married to the one who has been cut or who has not been. It's now like just freedom now has been brought.
And this one has actually helped us to reduce, they has helped to reduce the FGM. And the many girls of ours are now married all over this country, even outside.
Globally, FGM is recognized as a practice that is not only harmful to women and girls, but also slows down progress.
If I was not firm and not empowered with the education I had got, I would have already cried when my husband one time could come and say, Madam Kuka, how long does it take you to be cut? Because he was being intimidated by the community. I could tell him it takes only a second, but I'm not ready to be cut. If you tell me to be cut, I will divorce. So he left me because I could speak on my own. I was empowered.
The Prohibition of Female Genital Mutilation Act 2010 criminalizes FGM and stipulates imprisonment for the perpetrators.
You know, they do it now, they don't do it in town here. They do it in hiding. It's already a crime. Because the other time since it was not, but since it is in law now, we are going to hunt for these people. I assure you Ugandans, don't get panic, this thing will have to end in this region.
A 2015 baseline study on FGM found out that 91% of the population now doesn't support female cutting. In Uganda, the practice still stands in northeastern Uganda among the Sabin in Kapchorwa, Kwen, Bukwo, and among the Tepeth, Pokot, and Kadam communities in Karamoja region. Bernard Iga, UBC TV, reporting.